the Independent Police Conduct Authority found that the police response was inadequate in the death of 21-year-old Fazana Yakubi. Now, she was stalked for almost 2 years and then fatally stabbed to death in December 2022. There were multiple times that she'd gone to police and nothing was done. Now, Labour Prevention for Family and Sexual Violence spokesperson Ginny Andersen is proposing to introduce a members' bill to include stalking as an offence to caucus as soon as possible. And Ginny joins me now. Ginny, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, thank you for your time this afternoon. Ginny, you have visited this particular bill before, haven't you?
No, I haven't as a bill. It was Labour policy coming into the election in 2023, but this is the first time it's been developed into a members' bill.
So you did have support of 4 parties, including National. So does this give you confidence of a bipartisan support?
I'm really hopeful that we could find bipartisan support. I have managed to do that in the past with a members' bill, which I introduced on providing bereavement leave for miscarriage. All parties in the House voted for that. So sometimes when you get something that's a good idea, that's the right thing to do, you can see all parties coming together, and I'm really hopeful that this is a possibility for this piece of legislation.
Our current law, the Harassment Act, does mention stalking, but in your eyes it doesn't go far enough, does it?
Well, I think it's important. I should acknowledge the loss of Fazana and to her family. You know, it's an absolute tragedy in New Zealand. And if we can use this as a way of strengthening our laws, then maybe that's a shred of something that can come out such a horrific occurrence in New Zealand. If we have a specific stalking offence, that makes it far easier for police to bring a prosecution when there's instances of repeated harassment and stalking occurring.
Because I actually want to talk about the police just briefly, Ginny, because I've heard commentators that have come down very hard on the police. The IPCA, as you know, said the police response was inadequate, but you have been the police minister. What can police do currently in a case such as what happened to Fazana?
A big pressure on police is always resourcing. The demands for police to attend every single occurrence, and the more that we can resource police and the more police we have, then the quicker and the more effective that response is. But the truth is that there is a lot of pressure right now on frontline police, and when that pressure is put on, we see gaps falling and things not being looked into as carefully as they should do. It has occurred here, and police have been upfront in the fact that they should have acted earlier, and that was also picked up in the IPCA report.
Under this proposal, Ginny, how long could stalkers face behind bars?
We've looked at international examples, and the international examples span from 1 to 3 years. They can actually go up to further in specific instances when there's a weapon or when there's quite extreme circumstances that are playing out.
Because we are behind, aren't we, when we look at our laws with stalking, when we take a look at other jurisdictions?
Yes, we are. So in the United Kingdom and also in Australia, there's already law in place, so we should really be following suit. And this is the strong advice and comments that we get from those working frontline in the prevention of family and sexual violence. All of those people who work face-to-face with these issues on a daily basis say that New Zealand is overdue for updating its legislation in this space.